Hey, what's going on? It's Joey from the Hitting Performance Lab. What's up, Mr. Charles? We're going to do double duty today. We're going to look at your deadlift and we're going to look at your swing. Deadlift, you saw a video a few days ago, and the swing we just did on Saturday. So let's take a look. I wanted to start with your side view. That's one of the biggest views that we can see, the spine angle. Now, like we were talking, I know we kind of talked through this a little bit during our hitting lesson, because I didn't get this video to you before then. But as you can see, you have a good setup down here, and what you want to keep an eye on is your spine. Your spine actually does really well. You don't flex, extend it like some of my athletes do. But the one thing you want to key in on is the head. As you start to move, this is bottom, as we start to come up, look at the head and how we're breaking our spine angle to where it looks like this, and then we're straight with the spine. As you can see, we don't really deviate from this original line here from the bottom, except for our head a little bit. Let's see that again. See how the head lays down? It's a good position with that head, but always the hardest part of a deadlift is at the bottom, because we're trying to take that weight that's at 0 miles per hour and we're trying to go against gravity and speed up, trying to force that, create force to push that weight up into a good standing position. Always the hardest. So as we start to go, you'll see this head start to either do what you're doing, or it'll go to the chest. The chin will go to the chest. But as you can see, as you see how you come up, you even lead with your head. Everything else looks good. You got those hips back nice and well. You should be feeling some tension in the hamstring and the butt here. Your butt's way back there, so that all looks good. But as you get here, you're leading with your head. This is what Anthony was doing when he got heavier with his weight, as he was lifting more weight. You can see you're really leading with that head. But now, so that's when you're pushing up. Now look what happens when you go down. Let me erase these marks here. Look what happens when you go down, though. That was going up. Now going down, you've already got this weight up at the top of gravity, and now you're just allowing gravity to help you down. Now watch what that head does. Falls right in line. Look at that. You were leading with it when you came up. Now you look good as you come down. Okay, maybe a little bit back, a little bit, but definitely not like you were. See, look at that. Perfect. Look at that spine and head. And that's most of the time that's the case. I usually see that. It's always the up part is the problem, or the challenge, is getting up with a nice straight spine and head, keeping the head in alignment. But as we push to go up from the ground, we have that head change here. And you're going to see that from the front. You gave me a back view. You guys can delete that out for the next one. Just give me the front and the side. But you can't really see that from the side. That's the only thing I want you to work on this week on your deadlift, is make sure you keep that head in line. Just like if you're going down, keep the same head in line with the spine when you go up. So keep doing the patterning with the stick before your deadlift, Charles, and make sure you feel what that feels like to keep your head in line with your spine, especially when you come back up, when you're pushing the ground away and coming back up. Other than that, looking pretty good. Now let's spend some time on your swing here. Now, I know we were tired today. We cleaned in the garage, and it was hot today, so you're going to see your old default pattern, Mr. Armbar, come back. Now, let's take a look at this swing here. So, we talked about that bat. Now look what the bat's doing. We talked about quieting that bat down, and we're still kind of pushing it out there, pushing that bat out. You see that right here? It's going from behind you, where I want you to keep it about right there. But you're going from behind, you're pushing it forward, and then watch your hands fall away from your front foot. You get that separation that most coaches teach, which we don't want. We actually want those hands to come with your torso, and we want them to tuck a little better. So maybe using the cue of let your hands come with you might actually help, because see how they're separating away from you, and that is killing you, and that armbar just wants to come back when you do that. See how your hands are falling away, going towards the catcher? Pull them back like you're tucking them, and keep that bat more quiet. Other than that, we have pretty good, awesome forward momentum. We've always had good forward momentum, but you can see that, and that's a low pitch. Obviously we're going to armbar there, so even if we look at another pitch, let's say Let's look at this one. This is a little higher pitch. So same thing. See how you're getting behind. This is a weak position with the hands because they're so far away from the body. You put yourself in a bad position to be able to stay tight and tuck in your hands. You're going to have a hard time tucking your hands. So like I said, this week I want you to really work on keeping that bat super calm. I don't want you to flick it out towards the opposing batter's box. I don't want you to flick it out there. I want you to keep it about right here. Now you can, your pre-pitch stuff before the pitcher, before you go into your swing, you can put the bat up and down back here to relax. But once that pitcher starts to go into his windup, you need to slow that bat down and get it in a position that it's going to stay in until you actually start to power into the ball, until that front foot hits the ground. But we got to get you away from defaulting, moving those hands away from our body. You see that? Now we were hitting the ball decent this day. Now when we start to really let those hands come with your torso, tuck them in, tuck your hands in and let them come with your torso, you're really going to be popping. And you know, we're going to be long with our barrel to the ball, but we're going to be short with our arms to it. And we're not taking the knob to the ball. That's not what I'm saying, being short to the ball, but we're going to be nice and tight in our positioning. Where we're not tight here, we're losing this out here. So I know you got me, but I'm just kind of explaining there for those that maybe don't have an idea what I'm talking about. But your forward momentum looks good. I like the little float there. Nice little float. Looks good. And then you start to just kind of fall forward nice and easy. You're not trying to rush it, not trying to rush that natural fall forward, just letting it fall, and then your front foot's just catching you and you're letting your weight take the rest of your swing, your torso, which everything else looks good, man. Looks good. We just got to get you a little tighter with your arms. Don't be so tense up there and really trying to get those hands to move back. But other than that, it looks good. Just work on keeping your back quiet this week. A lot of times just looking in a mirror or a picture window when you swing will really help you out. You've got to work on the form first, and then the posture's coming when we're working this deadlift. Your posture's coming, breathing there, and then your relaxation, tension. Those are the 4 keys to efficient movement. But you got to work on the form first. Got to get that form down. Then you can work on building the posture into it, and the breathing and the tension, relaxation. So which muscles to make sure we have relaxed, and which muscles that we need to make sure we're tensing up. But other than that, dude, keep working hard, man. You're doing good. Keep at it.